Dr. Pallavi, and I'm assistant professor at ICFA University. And I've been associated with this university from last 4 years.
Ma'am, one request, can others please keep on mute because there's a lot of noise coming.
Okay, so I request all the participants to be in mute so that my voice can be audible to all of you. Okay? Now it's fine? Anyone
Yes,
can unmute?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, fine. Okay. Like the session which I'll be taking today will be based on like how you will be creating the questionnaire. Okay. So in order to create a questionnaire, there are two ways you can go for. Like one is Google form, right? And the another one is a Question Pro. So before I'll start with that, can I have a small answer from you? Like, why do we use questionnaire for the research? Anyone can unmute and just can answer me?
To capture the primary data.
To get the data.
Okay.
To know the responses of the respondents.
Collection of responses.
What is their view regarding that thing we are going for?
Collection of responses as a data set.
Okay.
To
So,
validate whether what we are trying to achieve is actually matching with the responses also.
okay. Please wait, I'll just share my screen. So my screen might also be visible to all of you.
Yeah.
My screen,
ma'am.
yeah, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So please close this door. Okay. So as you said that the questionnaire are actually popularly used for getting the response from the respondents, right? So you all are very much correct. So the purpose is to get the response now. Gone are those days when we actually manually create the questionnaire and used to reach the respondent in order to get the survey. So now the technologies are so fast. So we are using the electronic questionnaire in order to get the responses. Okay, so actually questionnaires provide you a very cheap and a quick method and efficient way to collect a large amount of informations. And that too when your respondents are very much spread and it's very difficult to reach the respondents. So just by, if you are having the knowledge of their email ID, so you can quickly spread your Google form and you can get the responses. Like Google form can also be used and Question Pro can also be used. But Google form is the most popular form which is being used by the respondents, by the management students also, by the research scholars also. Because in Question Pro, what is happening that they have got limitations to what to access. I mean to say that they will not allow you to use the various options which is there in that in the Google, in the Question Pro. So in that way, Google form is the most easiest and the most economical way of going forward. Okay, so can you please tell me how many types of questionnaires that are there? How many types of questionnaires that you can design?
Closed-ended and open-ended.
Qualitative and quantitative.
Qualitative and quantitative. Okay, so by qualitative you mean to say that you will be taking some response in the form of some statements, right? So you can ask some views, you can ask the perceptions. What else?
Right, ma'am.
What else you can know?
Maybe the psychological part of the respondent, the
Behavior.
what the behavior is.
Okay, fine.
Their views,
Intention.
perspective.
You can get perspective also. Okay, so you can also get to know those factors which you have not actually captured in your questionnaire. That can also be a part of your open-ended questions. Okay, there can be certain factors which you have not considered that may come into the mind of the respondent. So in that way you can create an open-ended questions and you can ask them to give their views on that. So you are very much correct, like open-ended questions can be there. And so what do you mean by close-ended questions?
It means there will be specific options which will be given, limited options which will be given to the respondents, and they have to respond only on those options, out of those options.
Okay, so it means
Maybe
that
yes or no.
But typically yes, no, or a multiple choice question answer.
On scale like very good, average, bad, very bad.
Okay, so in that way, you can say that these questions are more standardized and you are exactly asking the respondent to answer in that limit only, isn't it?
Yes.
Or in the
Yes,
same
ma'am.
order. So this means that these questions can be taken from some standard questions also, or you can also create the question based on the pilot study which you have done. See, before you take the final questionnaires to the respondents, actually pilot study is also conducted. And the purpose of pilot study is to validate the questions that you are going to take to the respondent in final stage. Because in pilot study, you may come across those questions which are not respondent, for which you will not get any response, or the respondent, they are not understanding the terminology which you are using in that questions. So in that case, what will happen after you circulate this pilot questions, you will get to know whether you are going to get the response or not. If not, then you may change the statements, or you may make it more simple in a simplified manner, or you may replace the question with the one which is more appropriate for your study. Okay, so open-ended, close-ended questions are there. The open-ended and close-ended questions has got their own strength and limitations. So that will be taken up by another faculty. Today, the objective is to understand as how to create the Google form. So before I'll do practically with you, I would like to show you a small PPT. It will give you an idea. So before I'll start, can I ask one question? How many of you have created questions through Google form? Anyone?
Yes, we have done.
Created,
Yeah,
ma'am.
we have done.
Yes,
You have done. So I have got response.
I have not done, ma'am.
You have also done. So two.
I haven't done. I haven't done.
You haven't done. So I can hear from only one.
I have done, ma'am.
Hey, I have also done.
I have also not done it.
I have not done. I have not done.
Not done. Even I have not done.
Even me never done it.
Okay, fine. So so in this 1 hour, I'll be a little bit fast and quick. So if you have any queries, we can handle in the last. So in that way, my first slide is about creating a Google form. See, just wait. Yeah, the Google form is a free Google application that allow you to quickly create and distribute a form to gather the information. Form responses can be saved in the Google spreadsheet. So once you create this Google form and you are spreading it to your respondents, whatever response they will give it to you, you can get those responses in your Google form itself, right? So there will be an option called response. When you click that response button, you will be getting the responses in the form of pie charts, histogram, or it can be in the form of tables. Okay, and if you don't want this pie charts, if you don't want the pictorial representation of the responses, there is also an option where you can download the Excel form, right? So simultaneously you can distribute the question and you can get the responses. So Google Forms is a part of a Google Drive suite. It will help you to create forms and survey. It can be electronically distributed, and responses are collected in Google Drive spreadsheet. Now the question is, why this Google form? Google form, because it's very simple. It gives you a variety of options to use. You can have variety of options where you can create multiple type questions. You can have linear questions. You can have open-ended questions. You can have checkbox. Okay, so as a customer of a Google form, you will get to know the various options. These forms can be delivered electronically through email address also, or you can just copy the URL which is provided at the end. When you will finish up with creating this Google form, they will provide you an option where you can copy the URL. The longer URL is also there, and there's option, if you click the shorter URL will also be provided to you. This URL you can spread in the you can spread through email ID, or you can post in the Facebook or any social media which you prefer. It's a paperless. Responses are collected electronically. It's very quick and easy method to collect the data and integrated into Google Drive. Now, as I was discussing with you the types of questions which you can create with Google form, it can be a text form questions. Text form questions means that you can provide the respondents with a limitation of space and words also, where they will type the answer and you can get the responses in the form of sentences. Paragraph also, where you want the answers to be a longer one and with some justification or with some comments, then they can then you can create a paragraph text type of questions. Multiple type questions, where the responses will be given some options and they can go for. Checkbox is similar like that. Scale means like if you are using some Likert scale, strongly agree, disagree, then that can also be a way. Okay. Date and time option is also available. All these things I will use and show you. So shorter answers, responses only requires few words, paragraph. Okay, in one or more paragraph. Multiple type questions, where you are giving the options. Checkbox responses, choose one or more options of the set options. There will be a
Ma'am, can you go a little slower, because we're just reading the slides.
Okay. So in checkbox, you will find that there are options which are there, and you can tick, and the respondents can tick the options. Okay, so these respondents will be confined, will have to give the answer within the options which you are giving them. Now drop down is also an option, where the people or the respondents will be given an option where they can drop down the questions. When they will click, the options will be shown in a vertical manner and they can choose the answer. You can also divide your questions in different sections. Like the first section can be about their name, can be about the email address, where you are capturing their demographic details. It can be age or the location, right, or the income, or the nature of occupation they are involved. And the another section, you can also divide your questions into section wise. The first section, as I said, it can be demographic, which is actually a practice among the PhD's research. And the another section can talk about specifically about the response which you want related to your project or related to your survey. Like if you want to know about the product type, if you want to know about whether they like the product or not, what are the features they like, whether which features attracts them most. Okay, so there can be varied questions depending upon the nature of survey which you are conducting. Okay, now in the questionnaire, in the Google form, you can also upload some file. Uploading the file means that you can also upload some document in your questionnaire, but there's a limit to that. There's a limit of KB which you can upload, and after opening that document, you can ask the respondent to go through that and they can respond accordingly. Okay, so it is not important that you will use all these options, but actually it depends upon what options is actually required by your research. Now multiple choice grid is also there, where the multiple options are there. Checkbox grid means you are, as per one row and column, you are asking the respondent to answer. In Google form, there is option where you can shuffle the question also. Like if I'm a respondent and if you are giving mail to me, and if some another respondent is also there, it is not compulsory that the question will come in the same format, right? You can also shuffle the questions. Like question 1 can be question number 5 for me, or question number 6 can be question number 12 for someone. Okay, especially when you are conducting some quiz through Google form. Quiz option is also there. Google form will provide you with two options. One is that you can create a survey questionnaire, and the another is that you can create a quiz questionnaire, right? So in the quiz questionnaire, if you want to give the quiz questions to the students, you can also click the button shuffle, and the questions get shuffled. So the questions will not come in the same format. Now let's quickly go to as how you will create. See, for creating a Google form, first thing is that you need to have a Gmail account, right? And I think most of you might be having that. So in Gmail account, there's option called Drive. If you click that, you will go to the form option. So steps I have written, this PPT will be shared to you. This will give you an easy guide also as how you can create the Google form. Or if you're not having a Gmail account, if you're using Yahoo or anything else, then you can just simply click Google. You can open the Chrome, right? You can click the Google form, and then then it will take you to the Google form option. So select new. When you will click the Drive, select new option will come, more will come, Google form will come. And when you will click the Google form, there will be like two options. One is that you can click the blank option, or you can also go for a template form. In a template form, already some standardized survey questions are there. Okay, you can choose from there. Like you may get some satisfaction survey questions. I mean to say these questions are more customized. You need to change, you can change the statement, or you can add something as per your requirements. But my suggestion to you is that you should always go for a blank form option, because ultimately you have to create the question which is exactly matching the need of your research. So maybe that you have to give a title which is of your PhD work. Okay, then you may have to give the subtitle. You may have to write a demographic question, section 1. Then you may write the question related to the product, or you may add a section C where you are asking open-ended questions to know the views and perception, as you said. So my suggestion is that you should always opt for blank form.
Excuse
So
me, ma'am. Will you give a demo to us? That
yes, of course, of course.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Sure. For your easy understanding, I'm just showing that I think more 12, 13 PPT slides are there. I'll just show you so that it will be easy for you to understand. Okay, so this is the this is a page which will ultimately get open. When you will click the Drive, the more options will come. In the more option, Google form is there, you can see. And in the Google form, blank form and form templates is there. I told you to use the blank form, which will give you more flexibility and you can use as per your ease. The form templates are those templates which are already designed by the Google, and you can use it, but you need to change the statement, and you may add some pictures, you may add some, you can upload some document. So you need to work on that. So the first step is to create a new form templates, or by using a blank form. Okay. Now this page will open where it is written blank. I told you that you can also design some quiz. So in the second, you can see blank quiz is written. Okay, so blank quiz means you can create a quiz for your students where they will write, they will click the options, and you will be able to give the marks or scores instantly to them. But in the blank quiz, there's option that you have to write. You will be writing the question, and like 4 options are there. And there you will also be provided with a box where you have to write the correct answer. Once you feed that correct answer, and the URL is given to the respondent, while they respond quickly, they will get and when they will submit, it will give them them a hint whether the answer is correct or their answer is wrong. And when finally they will submit, they will be able to get the score. Okay. Now edit option is there, where in edit option you can name the form. You can untitled form is there in the left corner. In untitled form is a place where you will write the title of your survey, and you will just click the enter. Your untitled form will get titled. Okay. See here, like in unified untitled form, like here departmental picnic if you want to write. So here you will be writing departmental picnic. You will click enter and your form will get renamed. Next thing is that you have to create a form in a way that the respondent must be able to understand what is the purpose of these questions. Okay, so you may write that these questions are for the employees, this question is for the HR, for them to answer, and what is your objective. So a little bit of description will actually help the respondent to understand the purpose of your questions. Okay, so you can highlight this by writing a small description about the survey which you are going to conduct and why you are conducting it. Then edit option. In the edit option, you will actually type the question. You will have the option to add some words. You can delete some words. You can add some more options. Okay, so when you will click the drop down, there are a long list which will be provided to you, and you can choose as per your choice. See, like when you have renamed as departmental picnic, and here you have written the question, what department are you in? So options you can provide, option 1 option, or you can click add option, you can get the add options, and multiple choice, or if you'll click this multiple choice button, you will get all those options which I've discussed with you, like checkbox, linear, or open-ended, or a paragraph, or a text type of question. Okay. So these are the steps. Okay. If you want to have only 2 options, you will see that option 3 will also be written there. But then you need to cut it. You have to cut down this. You have to click the cross button so that your options will be limited to only 2. Okay. Or if you want to add some options, you will click the add other, and then it will provide you with the another blank space where you can write your option. So it depends on you whether you want to have 2 options, whether you want to have 4 options or 5 options. Add question option is also there. Add question option will help you to add more question to your survey. Or if sometime what happened that you want the same format of question to be repeated. So in that case, there is an option like copy. So if you click that copy button, then the same type of question will be repeated. Like if you want to have the answer in Likert scale. So every time you will not be writing strongly disagree, disagree, neutral, agree, strongly agree. So if you click the copy option, the same format of the question will get copied. Okay. And the question, in the question place, you will just click the button and you can rename. But the option will be same. So this is what I was discussing with you. Copy and duplicate question. See, this is the button which I was talking to you about the copy. So if you click this copy, now the copy, your question will get copied, and you will get the option to repeat the same format of the question. Now delete question. Sometimes what happens that if you're writing some question and you feel that this question should come later on. Okay, so it's not fixed. It's not like a foundation to you that you have typed the question and it will remain in that form. The Google form will also provide an option to delete that question so that you can ask it later on, or if you want to take that question in section A, so that option is also provided to you. See, this is the delete button. I will show you practically also. Now required question, what does it mean? Required question means that if you want that the respondent must answer that question is mandatory for them, then you have to click the required button. If you will click the required option, then beside that question there will be an asterisk that will appear in red. Okay. So that asterisk, until and unless the respondent will respond that question, he will not be able to move to the next page or to the next question, to the next page. I mean, like if there are 1 to 10 questions, you are comfortable with 5 questions. You have answered those. Now that you want to go to the next page, so you will not be able to go if I have given an option required question. Required questions means you have to give some response for that. This is the required. Now more button will also, the more button will allow you to shuffle the question or reorder the question if you want. But yes, one thing is there, like if you want to reorder, it will not reorder, it will reorder within the same section. Like your product question which you have asked in section B, it will not be taken to section A. Okay, so section wise the questions will get shuffled. For section B, most probably when we prepare the Google form, we will not shuffle section A, we will shuffle only section B, because in section A, if you're asking some name, if it's an optional, the email address, that format will remain in the same manner. But for section B, if you want, okay, then you can shuffle the question. But many a time what happened that when we design the question, there is some thought process behind our mind that we want to ask this question, then this order should come, then the next question should come. So in that case, it depends upon you if you want to shuffle or you don't want to shuffle. Now forms color template, like if you go for a standardized, it will give you a violet color, or you can also change the color of the question, depending upon your choice. Preview form, when you will create the question, you can click the previewer button and you will get to know how your question look like before you send to your respondents. So this is the preview button. Okay, now I think I should show the demo to you. So this is the URL. If you will click this URL, you will be able to get a proper guide as how to use the Google form. Or apart from that, you can also type as how to create the Google form in the YouTube, and you will be getting the proper videos on that. Okay, now I'll take you to the Google form and show you as how this Google form is actually created.
Dr. Pallavi,
Yes, sir.
Is there a limit to number of people you can send the question to?
Dr. Pallavi, any problem? Dr. Pallavi?
Yes, ma'am. I've unmuted for a while. I'll just take them to the Google form. I'm trying that.
Okay.
Are you all able to see the screen?
And you have opened my screen.
Yes,
ma'am.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we can.
You have
Okay, you
opened
can.
my screen only.
Yes. See, I have opened actually my Gmail. Okay. So when you will open the Gmail, there is an option where you can click this and you can find a Google form. All of you can see the Google form. Okay. You have to click this Google form. In the drive option, when you will drop down, the Google form option is there. So once you click that, the Google form will appear. So before that, you need to have a Gmail account, or if you're not having a Gmail account, you can create one, or you can simply go to Google, you can create the Google form and you will get that option. See, as I told you, like in the PPT I've discussed, there are various options which is given to you. First is the blank form, then is the blank quiz. Quiz is a different thing. Okay, quiz I'm not handling right now because it is not required for all of you. Now blank form will provide you with an option where you can create the question. Like I've already created some questions. You can see some survey questions I have prepared, some retention strategies questions I have prepared. So in that way, whatever questions you are designing, that will be saved in your Google. You can anytime you can click this, you can edit this questionnaire and you can distribute. If it is half done, if you're creating a question will take 1 or 2 days, there's nothing to borrow, there's nothing to bother. You can retype the question, you can continue with editing your question anytime. Okay, so like you have to click the blank form. Now this is the option which I discussed with you. See, so here you can see untitled form is there. So untitled form means you have to rename. Like once you will click this button, you will get the option to rename this form. Okay, so like I have opened a question here. If I'll type, it will take a lot of time. So I'll just be doing a copy paste. See, if you'll just copy this question, you may create in a doc form, and you can simply copy from the here. Okay, so this I have typed it as a survey question. Okay, now next I have told you that you can also describe, you can write some description about the form. So here you can see form description is written. Okay, so in the form description part, you can write that this survey is regarding the just to know the retention strategies of software industries. So once this question is created, the respondents will get to know, okay, this is a survey question for the employees, and the subheading you have given retention strategies at the software industries. Now, as I have discussed with you, that you can have different options to create the questions. Like untitled question. So this is the place which is provided to you to type the question. So you can just click the backspace button. You can take the question from your, like if you want to know about the gender. So you will click here the gender, right? Now the option is there. So first, male, female, right? Now you don't want to add any other option like transgender. So if this question is okay, you can click here. What is written there? Add question. That means this question is over. Now you want to add some another question. So you will click this add. So the next space will be provided. Where you can type the question. I'll do it little faster. Employee educational qualification. Sometime what happened that you want to you don't want to restrict to the options only. So here you can also write others. So if somebody will have their other qualifications like PhD or something else, then they can also click the other options. Okay. Now going to the next question.
Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, Dr. Pallavi.
Yes.
Actually, you said that at the beginning, we need to explain what is the purpose of this questionnaire. So where those description will come?
Yes, madam. Like here, like you will be writing the title of the survey. Okay, so it depends upon you. It is all just a format which you can use it as per your choice. Here you can write the survey questions employee I have written. Here you can also write the topic of your PhD. Like if you want to study the impact of something on something, then you can write that. If you want to study the marketing strategy, if you want to study about the sales promotion, so there you can you have all the options. That like in this place you can even write your survey question, or here you can write the description about the survey. Okay, so in these two places you can use it as per your need. So in these two places you can write about the heading of the survey which you are conducting, and next you can write that what is the purpose of this question. Okay.
Dr. Pallavi,
Thank you.
I have one question regarding, in this case, as we have put others and we want the respondent to specify. So can
Yes.
we do that as well?
Yeah, sure, sir, sure. Like in others, here they can write their options, sir. If others you are writing, here they can write their other options, whatever it is.
And can we make it mandatory? Means people are clicking and they have to fill
Yes.
that.
Yes, sir. For if you are making some questions mandatory, then required option is there, as I have discussed with you. So you can click the required option, then the asterisk will come. When you will preview the question, you can see asterisk will come. So the respondents cannot move further without answering this question. Okay. Now, so this is how you will go by employee demographic questions. Now I will try to, okay, I will create some another question type. Like if you want to know.
Others, please mute
Please be
yourself.
on mute, please.
Okay. Now you want that the respondent should answer in Likert scale. Okay. So here you can click. There is a linear scale option is there. You all can see. So they will answer in 5-point scale. So you will click this linear scale. Now 1 to 5 options will be given. Then I request the participants to kindly mute yourself.
Mr. Mukherjee, please go on mute.
Okay. So here here in 1 you have to label your response. Like 1, if you want to write it as a strongly disagree, you can copy from here. You can write strongly disagree. No need to write for all. For 5, like it will like strongly agree. Okay. So now again you want this answer to be a required answer. Okay. Now I have also discussed with you, like if you want to copy the same kind of question for the next question. So here there is a duplicate option. If you click this duplicate option, the same format will come. Okay, but the question will not be same, isn't it? So here you will be just clicking. You will put a backspace. You will click the question. Like I want to know the opportunities for career growth provided by the organization. They have to answer whether they strongly disagree, neither agree nor agree, agree or disagree. So if you want to have that, just click this. You can take this question here. Okay. Now you need not to again mention that what is 1, what is 5. Since I have copied, as you can see, strongly disagree and strongly agree it is coming, the same format will come. Now this is also a required question. So just copy. So you can see that every time I don't have to write strongly disagree or agree. Now you can only change the question. You need to only change the question. Okay. So let us suppose I am taking fine. Now this is how you will be asking the question. Now, if you want to prepare an open-ended question, then how you will prepare it? See, for open-ended question, like if I want to know this question.
Ma'am, this is Rajiv Ranjan.
Yes.
May I ask one question?
Sure.
Actually, if I am using some other scaling, right, apart from Likert scaling, so will this form give the flexibility to adopt that scale also?
Yes. In the option where 1 I have mentioned that strongly disagree, whatever you feel like moderate, neutral, highly satisfied, unsatisfied, whatever you feel like, you can label it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So here I have typed the question. Now that you want that the respondent should answer in short form. So here the option is provided to you like short answer. So you will click the short answer and you will see that the respondent will have to answer in short form. How do you like to be recognized, acknowledged, and rewarded for the job well done. So in this way, they will be writing the answers. Now you want that certain answers to be written in a paragraph. So it's okay. So you can choose the paragraph option.
What is this button required?
Required button means, sir, that you want that this question should not be skipped by the respondent. This question is mandatory. Okay. Now suppose that you want to delete this question. You have mistakenly written something which you don't want, or this question should later on come. Then this is the delete option. If you will click this delete option, the question will get deleted. Okay. Now,
Dr. Pallavi.
Yes.
Suppose in question regarding the education criteria, I want to add another option now. What to do?
Sir, if suppose here is your question, right? And in the options, you can write your options, sir. Like option 1, whatever it is, you can type, you can add the next option, you can type, you can add the next option, you can type. So n numbers of option you can add, sir. It depends upon the type of question that you're asking. See, you can also upload some images. Suppose if some image is there in your computer, in your desktop, or if you have taken some screenshot, if here you will click, you can see here it is written add image. So you will click the add image, then it will provide you with an option to browse that file and you can upload that. Okay, you may add some image and you can ask that what is your views on that, or if you can name the product. So in that way, the Google form is also providing with that flexibility. Now suppose this question, now I will tell you as how to distribute this question. Okay, suppose this is a rough question which I have prepared. Then in order to distribute, okay, so this is the preview button. If you click the preview button, you will get to know as how your question will look like. Okay, in some places I have clicked the required button. See, the asterisk is coming. It means that the respondent would have to reply these questions. Okay, now, so in the preview button, you can see the preview of the question. Now, if you want to send the question to your respondent, what you will do, you will have to click the send button. Okay, now you can see there is a box. If you click, before
going forward, I have a question. I mean, after previewing, how can we edit the questions, or how can we, you know, change the order of the questions?
Yes, sir. Very good question. Like suppose you are here, you are clicking the preview button, right? So you are not happy with this question. You want to add some more option here, all right?
Yes.
So you will just leave this file. You will go to the previous one, and here you will click the, like here I have missed to write the name, suppose. Okay, then you will click outside. The question will get changed. Here, if you want to add more option,
Ma'am, if we add other, and if we want people to, respondent to specify what what does other means, how do we do that?
Okay, if so in that case your question type will be different, madam. If you want to know their views, if you want to know their perception, then you will go for open-ended question. Okay, so that answer, that question type will be different. That question type will be like short answer, it can be paragraph. Okay, or if you want if you want the views to know from them, then you can upload some certain file or images.
No. I think what she means to ask is we will give the option for male and female, and for others, once they will click for others, then they have to specify what others mean.
Yes.
So how we can do that?
Yeah. Like for example, what are your occupation? Like physiotherapist, doctor, engineer, and others. Then others means what? So then if they
others means, okay, so in others you will be just clicking on this and they will respond here. They will type the answer here.
Okay.
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 So see, now I'm telling you as how to take this questionnaire to your respondent. See, there are there are actually three ways you can do it.
Sorry to interrupt
First
you.
is that
I just wanted to change the order of the questions. I mean, something I find that is it should go up, and something I want to move down.
yes.
So
So for
change
that
the
in the PPT I've told you there's a shuffle button. Okay, the shuffle button you can click and the question will get shuffle. There's a shuffle button. Okay. Now, okay. So if you want to take this questionnaire to your respondent, so here if you don't have the email address, so then this box will not be useful for you. But if you have the email address for all the respondent, then you can click this email and you can type the email like if I'm clicking my own email ID, right? And you can click here and it will send to me, right? So this is the one way. Not only one email, sir. You can add here the numbers of email. Like you can if you want to distribute to 20 respondent, the 20 emails can be pasted here, right? It's
So can we export it also from our database?
Yes, that you can do it.
Okay.
Now, if you don't have the email address, you want to send the URL, right? If you want to send the URL through the Facebook, or if you want to post it somewhere in the WhatsApp, then if you have to click this. See, you can see some URL has created here, isn't it? Now you can see that the URL is very long. You want the URL to be shortened. So you have to click here. You can see that shortened URL will be visible to you. So now you have to click the copy button. So this URL is actually get copied. Now, if you will open the mail, so you can see this URL. You can also mail to your, you can mail or you can post it somewhere, right? Okay. Since now, as a respondent, if I'll open the my email, this kind of mail will come. The respondent will click the fill the button. See, the option is there. Suppose I'm filling it something. Okay, I'm not. I'm just doing it for a demo. Okay, here I want to show you something. Suppose I have not responded this question. Okay, I have not. Okay, this option is not coming. I have already responded since. Okay. Now the respondent will submit. Now the question arises that from where you will see the response, isn't it?
Yes.
Now, yes, you will click to your mail. You will again go to your Google form. When you will go to your Google form, see responses. One response has been recorded. Okay. So when you will click this response, you will get to know what response Pallavi madam has given. So it will appear in the chat form. This is what is required from your side. You have to capture the responses and you can take it out in your, you can take this in your PhD, your thesis, or in your project or anything that you're preparing. Right. So now,
Dr. Pallavi, suppose if the responses are very high in number, like 100, 200, then how?
No issues. All the responses will get recorded. If 50 responses you are getting for your questionnaire, here you will see that 50 will appear. That means 50 responses are there. Now that if you want to, you don't want this pictorial, or if you don't want this pie chart and histograms and all that, you can also download the Excel form. See, here you can see the three buttons, madam. You can see the 3 button. You will click this. Okay. Here you will find an option, download the response, or print all the response, or delete all the response. Okay. So if you'll click the download the response, see you can see one file has been downloaded. It is in CVS format. So when you will click that, see, it depends upon you in what form you want the responses, right?
Okay, ma'am. One quick question. Hello. Yeah. So basically, in case we want, who all can view the responses?
Sorry, sir. Who can see
The responses? Yeah.
Okay. Suppose you are sending a question to your questionnaire, to your respondent. You are aware about the email address, so you will be getting a response in your, when you will click the Gmail, the Google form, you will see the response. When you will click that response, you will get to know from which email address that response has come, or since you have already mentioned name, if the respondent is writing the name, it's good. Well, it's good enough for you. You can get to know the names also. But sometimes what happens that if you don't want the respondent to write their names, okay, sometimes what happens that if you are asking me whether I'm happy with something or not, maybe with the fear of the organization or with the fear of something, I'll respond, I will make a story and will tell you, yes, I'm very much happy. So, but if you're not asking my name, maybe that I'll be answering my question in a more free mode, right? Okay. So in that way, through email address, you can know the name, or by the name option, if you are giving, you can get to know the person from where you have got the response. So this is the Excel sheet. See, I told you that one way is that you can get the pie charts, or the other way is that you can get the Excel. Fine. Now, sir, like today's session,
I think if I'm just allowed to add on this, I have filled few questionnaires, and in that, what they have asked at the end, that you like to get back to you if if we feel important, and do you agree to this? If yes, can you give all your details? And then they will have another set of questionnaires, and we need to fill that.
Yes. So yeah, so in section wise, you can have that kind of questions, that whether if you are agreeing with this, you can move to the next question. If not, then you can leave this. Maybe that questionnaire is not meant for that respondent, isn't it? So in that way, you can make your questionnaire more flexible. So today, so I think Google form by demo, most of the thing is clear to you. I will send this PPT to all of you so that you can also practice, because I have given the steps also which you can follow. Now today's session is also supposed to be for Question Pro. Since Question Pro is also another way, you all can see the slides. Question Pro slide is visible, madam and sir?
Yes.
So Question Pro is another way, sir. Question Pro, like in Question Pro, I have written the steps. I don't think I should read out this slide. It is similar. For Google form, I have gone so deeply because I want you to make you understand about the crux of that, what is the basic, what these buttons mean. So same kind of options will also be there in Google form. To create the question from Question Pro, you have to simply click. See, the steps are there. Okay, I'm not reading out because time. Yes, madam.
Be fast. People have to go to office.
Okay. So the steps you can see, Question Pro steps I've written as how you will create. There is also a template where which you can use as per your choice. Delete option is there, edit option is there, add new question. So if you have understood the Google form, Question Pro will also be easy. Then you can also add the title and logos. Right?
So, ma'am, in Google form, logo can be uploaded?
Of course, yes, madam.
Okay.
Where the image option मैंने आपको बताया, there you can. So for Question Pro, simply I'm just doing it fast for you. You will write Question Pro, right? So in Google form, you will click the Question Pro. See, you will click here, online survey. Online survey mein, you will get here icon called login. So you click this login. You can also create a new account, but in login, you can log in through the Google account, right? So here I have created some questions like
Ma'am,
see,
is this a free account which we can create,
no,
or is it
no, madam.
payable?
See, it is free, but there are certain limitations. For I will suggest you to go for Google form. In question form, see, I'll just show you. Customer satisfaction, one of the questionnaire I have prepared. By clicking the new survey, you can also create the. This is so I'll show
what is the advantages of Question Pro? If you're suggesting for Google form, then when should we consider Question Pro?
Question Pro, madam. I'll just show you through demo, then only you will understand. See, this is the response. This is the customer satisfaction question. See, when you are going to download the responses, it will not allow you. Okay, it will not allow you to download the response in the way you want. That time they will ask for some payment. They will ask you to get some premium account for that. So in that way, Question Pro you can also use, but you have to subscribe that, right? You have to subscribe that. See, customer satisfaction is one of the questionnaire I prepared. Here, if you will click the analytics button. Analytics button. If you click this button, you will be able to know the responses which I have got for this customer satisfaction survey. See, this is the response sheet. Okay? So this is the response sheet, and you can also download it. Yeah, now I'm going to answer. See, when you are going for download, it is written that it is not allowing you. See, there is a lock button. Can you see that? See, there is a lock button. So it will not allow you. So in that way, just for a knowledge, I told you as how to use the Question Pro and all that. So this is the limitation.
What about
Ma'am, can you repeat once again? I could not hear because of network connectivity. Can you just repeat once again?
Okay, madam. I'll just do it for you. Like I told you that when you want to download when you will click the analytics button, okay, to get the responses. Of course, you will need to download, isn't it, madam? So if you will click the download data and reports, you will see all the lock icons you can see. So you cannot download in the PowerPoint or in the MS Word or in the CSV data or in Excel data, but that flexibility is there in Google Form. So that is the reason I'm asking you to use the Google Form. But for the knowledge, madam, I explained you this Question Pro also, because this is also the latest way. You can subscribe to this by making a payment. You can upgrade, you can take a premium account, and you can use that. But I will suggest you to go for Google Form. It depends on you, madam. Okay. So timing is also over. And I hope that with this 2 demo, you might have been able to learn a little bit of this. Like the preparing a question will come. Meanwhile, there will be also coursework 2. So in that also, we will be provided with the opportunity to help you with preparing the questions and all that. Your faculty guide, your supervisors will also help. So, since you are in a process of research, you may need to ask some questions. So in this way, you can use the Google form, and you can distribute the questions through URL or through email ID, and you can get the responses. You can, as I've explained you, as how to download the response, as how to take it in Excel form, as how to prepare the as how to take the histograms and all that. So I will suggest you that once you try, that will give you a better idea. A lot more options are there which I have not discussed here because of the limitations of time. But then you can also explore and you can get a lot of knowledge. You can also contact me in case you are having any problem and issues. Okay, so so I hope I am able to make you understand today. This was
definitely.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, Dr. Pallavi.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Very
you.
good session.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, everyone.
This was actually a totally a technical session, so I tried to make it very interesting and live. So I'm sorry if you're not able to understand something.
It's very useful.
Thank you.
Much appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Rumna madam, can I leave the meeting?
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Rumna madam, can we also leave the meeting?
One announcement, there is no assignment or any kind of work I'm giving it to you, because I'll be taking one more session.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
That was much needed. Thanks.
No, but you're not excused. I'll be taking one more session, madam. I'll be taking one more session of scientific conduct.
No, actually, we are pending with the assignments.
We are
because of
already
office and all.
flooded with assignments and
Yeah.
quizzes.
Now you have to be in a habit of that. I'll be taking one more session, scientific conduct. There I'll be giving some assignment, case studies, and discussion forum. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Shall we all
Rumna
leave?
ma'am?
Yeah, we can leave the meeting, right?
Yes.
I think so.
Okay.
Rumna ma'am?
Rumna ma'am, can we leave?
Rumna ma'am?
I think we can leave the meeting. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye, all of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Yeah, I'm also leaving. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Namaskar. COVID-19